What's up, YouTube? We are back with another one. It's Friday Eve, as somebody told me earlier today. So just making our way through the week and just preparing ourselves for the weekend and getting to it. Today, I wanted to talk about savings. It's time to start saving your money, people. Seriously. Because it's getting harder and harder out here. Before you know it, a loaf of bread gonna be $10, and got to be able to afford it. And with that being said, let's ride. So I definitely want to talk about savings because unfortunately, a lot of us do not know how to do that. Most of us don't even know how to budget our finances, to be honest with you. And this is why a lot of us will be struggling in the near future. It's simply because you don't know how to save. And what I mean by saving, you spend money on a bunch of unnecessary things that you could be using for better things, such as investments. A lot of us, we don't even invest, and it shows. Because once you start investing, you start to look at money a whole different way. And it actually benefits you in the future. And a lot of us, to be honest with you, we don't even focus on our future. We're too busy worried about today. And I get it. You know, the saying goes, tomorrow is not promised today. But I always like to say, but if it does come, are you prepared? And most people are not. They earn, let's say a paycheck every 2 weeks. Granted, you have bills and you have, things that you need, your toiletries and, your deodorants and, just life stuff. But at some point, you do have a little change left over. Maybe it's $20, maybe it's $30. But instead, you go and buy a bunch of unnecessary stuff with that $20, $30. Now, you have two options. You can save it. Well, actually, three options. You can save it, you can spend it, or you can invest it. The way things are going today, the better option for me would be to invest it, especially with the US dollar basically being worth crap. Now, you can also spend it. But then when you think about it, what you decide to spend it on is also crap. Because you might buy, let's say, a pack of cigarettes, or might treat yourself out to Denny's or Fridays or something like that because it's the weekend. Now you just sat there and spent, with the prices these days, well over $100 at Fridays for one meal. Now, if you think about it, you could have broke that meal down or broke that 100 down and had a meal for at least a few days. I wouldn't even say a week. I couldn't say a week no more these days, but at least 3 days. So if you think about it, you just spent a bunch of unnecessary money. And a lot of people don't look at it that way because they want what they want. And I get it. But let's try to focus on the things that we need. Because like I said, in the future, saving your money is going to be crucial. And I specifically want to talk to the younger generation because you actually have a little more time than us older folks. And if you can start early, then you will have a better, brighter future for yourself. And that's just the name of the game. It's just unfortunate that a lot of people, they don't know that. They're so used to being consumers and being told to purchase this and purchase that. And nobody is telling you to save your money. Always prepare for that rainy day, that day that you just can't get out of bed to go to work, to earn that money. Guess what? That savings that you have, that's what it's for. For days like that where you can say, hey, I wasn't able to get up and go to work, but I am able to pay myself for today. And it goes a long way. Trust and believe me, it really does. See, most people, they're not prepared for tomorrow. And it goes with the saying, proper preparation prevents poor performance. If you're not preparing yourself for the future, then you already basically destroyed it. And I want to say that again. If you're not preparing yourself for your future, then you're basically destroying it. And I hope that it reaches somebody today. Because once again, it's real hard to establish wealth, especially these days. And what's coming, you're definitely going to need it. Because like I said, a loaf of bread is going to be $10. If you're still using gas, I can see the prices $8, $10 per gallon. Easy. And that right there is going to sit a lot of people down. And what most fail to realize is that's the plan. That's been the plan the entire time that we've known to even follow a system. And most people, they just won't get it. You know, don't get me wrong, you are who you are. You're going to do what you want to do. But don't whine, don't complain later when you can't afford some things. Some things that you can afford now that you take for granted. Such as your toiletries and, you know, your hygiene products and stuff like that. It's coming to a time where you're not going to be able to purchase these things without the feel of going broke. So please just take heed, Start your savings. I don't care if it's $5 a week. It all adds up. It really does. And you would think yourself later, because you will feel a little more at ease just knowing that you're capable of taking care of yourself. The last thing any one of us wants to do is depend on someone else, especially the government. They already, told you what their whole agenda is. So good luck with that. I'm not going to hold you guys too much today. I definitely want to get this message out to as many people as possible so you guys can start today saving your money. Save those restaurant trips. Save those weekend drinks and smokes. Save that vacation for right now. Save anything that you possibly can. Do not go traveling and driving all over the place if you don't need to go. One thing I like to practice before I get out of here is when I leave the house, there's only 2 trips that I want to make. One to work and one back home. Now on my way to work, I should already have everything that I need. And on my way home, if I don't have anything that I need, that's when I grab it on my way back in. I try my best not to go in, come back out, go in, come back out. It's absolutely ridiculous. You should be grabbing everything along the way. Now, don't get me wrong, things pop up, but if you don't have to, stay home and save that gas. Because think about it, you're saving gas, you're ultimately saving money. And that's the goal. So, once again, people, I know a lot of people, they have their New Year's resolutions because that's coming up and stuff like that. So make that your New Year's resolution for 2025. Save your money. It's crucial. Your life is literally dependent on it. It's almost to the point where save or die, like seriously. And if you're not getting that message, then you pretty much already lost. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. We don't want to sugarcoat this stuff any further than we have to, because once again, we want the message to get out. We want the people to understand, the severity of saving for a better, brighter future for yourselves and for those that's around you. Now, I know I said I was wrapping it up, but I just kept on yapping because I definitely want to get this message out to, like I said, as many people as possible. Because honestly, a lot of people, they don't even know. A lot of people was never even taught to save. All they know is to earn it and spend it. Not realizing that you're not always going to be able to earn. And at some point, those funds do run out. And what are you going to be able to do if you cannot take care of yourself because your funds ran out? You're not going to be able to depend on people the way you think you are. The same people that you can run to right now are going to be the same people that says no. You know why? Because they don't have it themselves. So that's why it's very, very important to start saving now. I'm talking right now. If you got $5 in your pocket, save it. Better yet, invest it. Let that $5 grow over time. Let the money work for you, people. That's basically what investing is. Obviously, you have to pick the right, stocks and, crypto. But once you do a thorough research and you gather the information that's needed, start investing. In a year or 2 years from now, that $5 will turn into, let's say, $500 maybe, hopefully. But if you don't invest it and you just spend it, then guess what? Poof, it's already gone. It don't even have a future. You don't even give that $5 a future. And that's one thing you definitely want to do, is give your money a future. And with that being said, y'all go ahead and be good out here, y'all. And I love you. Until next time, take care.